At 11 a.m. on a Tuesday, I am dissecting the dream I had last night. How there was a white man stalking me with his greed for picked flesh about 2,800 miles away. An incarcerated black man just got his face slammed into a toilet, a brick wall, never again his mother's chest at 16, 2 years ago. I wonder what the world thought of the way I walked. And Corey Wise didn't get a look in the mirror for months. Linda Fairstein called a publisher after 5 Black and Latino boys were crucified for the rape and attempted murder of a woman they'd never seen. Dusk screams at us, and Corey Wise gets shanked. His fingers pried from the bars he was locked behind. I think blackness is another word for monster in police stations. Black men are the definition of rapists to anyone who does not remember the face they saw. We don't have to work that hard to be called monsters without having to ask. 10 trees fall in the midst of half the sum of boys screaming to go home. They used home as a weapon, and I have never been more afraid to leave mine or grow attached to it. It's crazy how much work cops will put into being lazy. And this is the part of humanity we neglect to mention can be the trigger-happy version of a bully, but this humanity isn't to be American. I forget that. While America is the aid, blackness can still always be a death sentence. Their wrongful convictions triggered a domino effect across the country. Never knew cops could put out kill strikes on innocent American citizens, but weren't we all the first terrorists? 5 of them. Black boys made to make peace with the birds shitting on them, make home out of poison. Incompetence has run through the veins of cops for too long. I wonder who still truly believes in them that is not white, does not reflect the light of God. We should be ashamed of how alive we made Jesus when we turned him white. This is our punishment. Everyone reminding us how black God had to be willing to give up his life for a species of people treated as the dog, worse than the dog. By 2 p.m., I've written the dream down on paper. Opened up a window in my bedroom, and Corey Wise didn't get a chance to write his mother. No air conditioning for weeks. The clouds lift to make space for the souls of 5 boys lost in mistakes they did not make. And one of them had the heart to call on Allah. Murder was committed the day New York City convicted 5 innocent boys of color of rape and attempted murder. I assume they incarcerated the boys for not trying to kill themselves. It was a crime. They were alive this long and happy somewhere. Corey Wise is hugging Yusef Salam somewhere. Mr. McCrae is picking up his life somewhere. Raymond and Kevin are smiling at the fact that they are breathing, glad they're no longer locked in the darkness, looking, grasping for themselves in the pitch black heat. And my dreams don't matter anymore because there were 5 men out in the world living a nightmare for 20 years. And I didn't even have the privilege of being born yet. 5 of us died on pause the day the verdict was read. But more than 5 of us were born with the sympathy of God, wanting these men to know they were not alone in their blackness. So I close the window, light a candle, stare into the dark, and reach out my hand.